Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. First, I want to thank all of you for reporting the fake pages. If you look in my description box, you will see the link to the video I did. Now, sometimes these channels will come up with different names. They're on TikTok and Facebook and all over the place. But I am telling you, you hear it from me, I am not on TikTok. And I have one Facebook account that literally says, beware of fake pages. Okay, so you want to be wise when you see my face around on social media. I am only active here on YouTube and Instagram through my official pages. So please do not give anybody any money. I do not buy options or trade options for you or crypto or anything like that. Okay, always confirm via my email, MommyTraderTube@gmail.com. So that way you don't get scammed, okay? Because I don't know how else to say it, but please use wisdom, all right? And again, thank you to all of you who were reporting. See, when y'all all come together, I'm telling you, like the devil, he's a lie, right? But look, we are family and you guys have been really helping me out, so I do appreciate it. So beware of fake pages. I will continue to say that. Beware of fake pages, scammers, bots, all of that, because, you know, it's a thing and I don't want you guys to fall for any of the foolishness. So you see Fidelity right up here on the screen. I want to give you guys an update on my Fidelity, the $100 portfolio challenge I will be starting in 2026. I am going to get a head start and start in the month of December. My investment group will see this first. So you guys have probably already seen this video. But I wanted to come on and give you guys some detail in terms of what were the funds that I picked, and again give you guys some more insight into the challenge. So I love challenges. If you've been following me for a while, I love investment challenges. It makes investing fun. It makes you consistent. It helps you to stay like on track with your goals, because you'll start, stop, and what you need, like the secret sauce, is consistency. It's not even so much dollar amount. You gotta be consistent. You got a dollar cost average. And having challenges is, you know, helps that to be fun, right? So this is another challenge that I am starting. I am currently doing a $5 daily DGRO challenge, and I'm currently doing a $10 weekly SCHD challenge currently in Robinhood. And I think I did a recent update on that, the video before this, I think. If not before this, it'll be after this. And I'm doing both of those through the end of 2026. But I do have the challenge set up in Fidelity. Okay, so for like my growth ETFs, because I mentioned I'm doing 3. I will link the video below where I announced this challenge to give you like some background and info. But I am doing a 3-fund portfolio. So a 3-fund portfolio: growth, dividend, international. Simple, easy peasy. Okay, so you can see I have my $50 set for, let me start at the bottom, for FNILX, which I will, again, hold on, I'm going to explain what these are. These are just the tickers, but I'm going to explain to you the funds. I wanted you to see that I have these orders pending so that I could be ready come December 1st. So I have $50 of FNILX. That's the growth portion. I have half a share because FDVV will not allow you to buy fractional shares if the market is closed. So I have this order ready to go at a limit, not market. And I talked about this before. I'll have a link video below. If you do half a share of FDVV, it's about $30. And then lastly, the international FZILX, $20 right there. So you can buy fractional shares with Fidelity. You can do it with Cash App. You can do it with Robinhood. You can do it with a lot of the brokers. So again, use it. It's at your disposal. This is the whole spreadsheet. And it's really simple. I mean, it's not complicated at all. Really simple. Let me zoom in. Let's do about 150 so you can see that. I made this spreadsheet. I talk about it all the time. I like spreadsheets. I have a lot of them. And I'm going to be using it to track this challenge. All of you who are in my investment group, okay? So you bought the investment planners. You may have bought a physical planner or a digital planner and you opted for the group option, okay? The 13 group sessions, you added that to your order, right? I will send you this for free. So do not worry about trying to like, okay, Shalise, how do we? No, I will send you this for free. This is a perk of joining my groups. Okay. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to list this on the website. I may do it, but it'll probably be sometime the second week in December because I have a lot of orders with my Black Friday stuff and all of that. So this will probably be on the website sometime the second week in December. But again, if you are a part of my investment planner groups, whether you have the physical or digital, I will send you this for free. Okay. So you can see I have the allocations all right here. FNILX, 50%, that's the growth. Then FDVV, 30% of that $100 is here. And FZILX, that's international, 20%. And then if any extra, and I want to keep the extra low amount. So try not to do over $100, okay? This is a small account, small income type of challenge, okay? $10. Maybe you came under budget with, groceries or, gas or a bill or something. $10. So whole total will be 110, but I did not do that this month. I'm going to put that 0, and that way you see it right there. And then of course I could check it off because the money is pending over there in Fidelity, and it will execute come Monday. Okay. The 1st of December. So I'm not sure when you guys will see this, but yeah, it'll already be done by the time you see it. And then I have one for January, I have one for February, I have one for March, April, May, June, so on and so forth. You see right here my little like bullet point: start, stay, stack. Start because you start where you are. Stay because you got to be consistent with this dollar cost average, and then stack because they all add up. Fractional shares add up. I've been preaching the same message on my channel, okay? All of the funds I chose were under $100 too. So when I go through this in a few seconds, all of them are under $100, okay? Allocations are, and I spelled allocations wrong, I'll fix that when I'm done. 50%, 30%, and 20% international. And then I have a little graph here for like any dividends that pay, because they all do pay a dividend. Some are small, some are a little bit bigger, but a dividend is a dividend, and I want to track those. So in Q1, if any paid, I will notate that there. And if it was a drip, if I had the drip turned on, I will, check it off. Same with Q2, Q3, Q4. But I think most of these, if not all of them, I think most of them pay once a year. I think FDD pays out quarterly, but I'll look because it's a lot that I'm tracking. Portfolio details, I have this right here. So this is automated. Like you'll notice that I have calculations here. You don't want to bother those. But again, these are the tickers. And you look right here. This FNILX, this is growth. This is the Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index Fund. So I know FXAIX is great. We own it in our Roth IRAs. But again, I wanted something under $100 that was also good. There are great alternatives to a lot of the funds. Let me bring this up now. There are great alternatives to a lot of the main ones that we hear about, like FXAIX, VOO, VTI. SCHG, for example, is a great example of that. SPYM, because they are a little bit cheaper, they track the same, and you can build your shares a little bit quicker, okay? So you can see FNILX, this is our growth. This is where 50% of that $100 or $50 is going every month. Currently is $24.51. So look, I can get pretty much 2 shares right off the bat every time I invest. That is what I want to see. You can see that this is a pretty good and well-rated fund. Look at the returns. Okay, the past year, 22%. So again, FXAIX is great, but there are also great alternatives out there where, again, if you don't have a whole lot of money and you want to, build up your position, you can. But if you love FXAIX, which we do, it tracks the S&P 500, you can invest with that, with fractional shares. If I come down here, you can see that this fund was created, or inception was in 2018. It does not have an expense ratio. I believe FXAIX do. But again, like I said, we own FXAIX, has a tiny expense ratio. So honestly, mathematically, it's like pennies. But again, I love the fact that, this is growth, and that's what I wanted in this particular portfolio. A lot of tech, a lot of financials, a lot of consumer discretionaries. If you don't know about the sectors in the stock market, I have an investor beginner playlist, a ton of videos there talking about what those are. But you can see the top 10 holdings right here: Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Broadcom, Google, Meta, Tesla, Berkshire. So again, a lot of the same type of companies in the S&P 500, like FXAIX and things like that. So I wanted growth, and that's what I have, okay? The next one is FDVV. This is a great dividend ETF. We actually own this, and again, the Roth IRAs. If I bring this up right here, again, this is all through Fidelity. All through Fidelity. You can research with Fidelity. I love their platform because they make it easy to do these things. Again, this is the Fidelity High Dividend ETF. 30% of that $100 or $30 will be going into this. I love dividends. You guys know that. And I wanted a really good ETF that, again, was under $100. It's currently at $56.71. This could be higher or lower by the time you see this video. You can see some of the holdings here. Nvidia, Apple. Yes, Apple pays a dividend. Yes, Nvidia pays a dividend. It is tiny, it's microscopic, but it's a dividend. Visa, Coca-Cola, different ones you see right there. And then finally, for our international right here, I chose FZILX, or the Fidelity Zero International Index Fund. And again, I put in my spreadsheet just some highlights about it. So again, I created this spreadsheet mainly for my investment group, so that they can see, like, what, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to pick individual stocks. You can keep it simple, easy peasy. You can keep your risk low, and you can just focus on being consistent and building your shares. But if I come over to the international, you can see it right here at the Fidelity Zero International Index Fund. And when you see like Fidelity Zero funds, that means it doesn't have any expense ratios. A lot of the funds do have them, okay? But most of them are really, 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 really small. You can see down here that it's about $14.52. So if I come back to my spreadsheet, the $10, let me come up. No, excuse me. The $20 here will actually buy me a whole share every time I go out. So again, you see the allocations? In the growth portion, 50% of that $100 or $50. In the dividend ETF, 30% or $30 of that $100 is going there. And then 20% or $20 of that $100 is going into international. Okay. And the great thing is that I'll get more than a whole share every time I invest. Okay. If I come to composition, you can see that a lot of this is in financials, and then also industrials. Industrials is a sector that doesn't get a lot of love, but it's an important one. Okay. You can see the past year up 26%. Okay. So again, solid ETFs, solid index funds, not complicated. You can see some of the top 10 holdings. So you have Taiwan, you have Alibaba, Samsung, SAP, Nestle, Toyota, HSBC, excuse me. A lot of decent companies, in my opinion anyway. Again, not financial advice. I'm just trying to show you guys what I am doing so that you can see, you know what? It doesn't have to be complicated. If I come over here a little bit, these are the portfolio goals, just simple tracking. You can see total invested year to date. This is all auto-populated from this graph up here, so you don't have to touch anything down here. If you double click and you see like a calculation in there, don't bother it. It's pulling the information from up here. So you can see year to date so far, I've invested $50 into FNILX, that's the growth, $30 into FDVV, which is the dividend based one, and then $20 into FZILX, and then 0 to extra investing. I don't have auto investing on right now because I'm filming a video. I want to do it manually so that you can see and I can walk you through it. And then I have a simple chart here. Again, just a visual. This is auto-populated again from up here, so you don't have to bother this. And December, I have the blue, which is right up here. The growth FNILX, 50%, right there. If you highlight it, if you hover over it, it'll pull up. Right there, $30 there, and then $20 there, and then the total is $100. Simple, easy peasy. But again, guys, I wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me on this challenge. Again, not financial advice, but I mean, come on. I'm showing you the actual journey. I'm showing you from an investor's point of view. I'm in the trenches. We work hard for this money. We are up early. We are working late. We are stressed out, but we want our money to work hard for us. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and me kind of walking through this. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you are joining me on the challenge, maybe you're going to do it with Vanguard. Maybe you're going to do it with, Schwab, or, a myriad of funds. Let me know if you are joining me and what you picked. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.